Hello there folks, today we are taking a look at the game called Santorini. It's published by Roxley Games and the designer is Dr. Gordon Hamilton.
It's an abstract game, but there's still theme. In this game, you are one of the gods of Greek pantheon and helping to build up the famous island of Santorini.
So let's take a look at how the game works. Rules of Santorini are extremely simple, and the goal of the game as well. You need to reach the third level of the building with one of your pawns. So each player will have 2 pawns, as you can see here, and they're going to put them somewhere on the board, on this cliff, the islands. And as you can see, there are these 3D pieces. So that's the first level, that's the second level, that's the third level, and there is also a dome which basically blocks that third level so nobody can reach it. And you will build a full house, which is really cool looking thing. So now, on your turn, you will move one of your pawns, one space, if there are no special abilities, and build. So let's say I'm going to move one of my pawns right here, and then we're going to build, so I can build from the first level. Then my opponent's turn is going to come here and maybe build either somewhere around him another first level, or he can also build the second level on the existing first level here. And now the thing is that you can move one level at a time, which means that I cannot move from the ground to the second level. Of course, I can move to the first level and then to the second level and to the third level and win the game. But that's where the difficulty, goes regarding strategy. You want to build up, so you will go up and try to block off your opponent so he will never reach the third level. And on the third level you always can build these domes which will basically block the spot. That's it. So you will go, you will build, then maybe, let's say that there was that kind of situation, maybe I will come here and maybe I will build one of my slots here, then my opponent will go, he will build this one here, then I will go here and build this one here and so on. Then my opponent then when my opponent comes and builds maybe this one here, which is not a really good move in my opinion, but sort of. Then maybe I will come here on the second level, from the first to the second level, and build this one here. Then somebody comes here and builds builds the second level and so on. So basically you're trying to get to the third level. And that's the whole game. And let me show you, there are basically god abilities as well. So each player will get a god ability, which are quite overpowered how they feel, but they're really, really cool. I'm going to show you some of these god powers. So there are very many god powers in this game, but I'm just going to show you a few ones. Hypnos, for example, says if one of your opponent's pawn is higher than the other of his opponent's pawns, then he cannot move that pawn which is higher. Aphrodite is really cool. If your opponent is near your pawn, when he starts the movement, he also must end his movement near one of your pawns. Minotaur says that he can, basically you can push your opponent pawns from the level higher to level below, which is really cool. Bia says that if you come closer to one of your opponent's pawns, you can kill. Then Circe or Circe, how you pronounce that, if your opponent doesn't have his pawns neighboring each other, then you can use his god's power alone. And Selena can build domes on any level, which basically lots of blocking. And Hestia can build one additional time, but she can only build one additional time into these spaces marked here. And there are so many god powers, I'm not going to explain all of them. You just need to discover the game yourself, which will be really cool. So that's how the game is played, and that's how some of the god powers work. At first I want to mention components. They are overproduced, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree, although the game looks stunning.
It's like lots of plastic here. It's toyish look to it.
Yeah, when it originally came out in Kickstarter, we saw it, the idea looked interesting, but it looked like a toy. And when the game came out, it was like, yeah, it's a good feedback, but it looks like a toy.
It's still like a toy,
We couldn't get over that for a long time, but here we are with the game. And we are over it now. Because when you play, you actually appreciate those pieces. You appreciate all the look and everything.
The art, which is this like similar to chibi style, with heads are bigger than the body itself. But I'm fine with the artwork. I'm fine with the pieces now, as I have played this game. This game has a huge replayability. I'm sorry, and I think it's because of these god special powers. You have lots of these cards in the game, and then it depends of what combination you will get. For example, Alina will get Aphrodite, I'm gonna get Bia, or she will still get Aphrodite, I will get Medusa. It's totally different games because two different abilities clash and there's so many different possibilities. So I do like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's everything about the combinations. And as you know, there is an expansion which adds even more cards and something else we don't know.
Yeah, we really want to get the expansion
still,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the gameplay is super simple. Move, build, that's it. Zero random, but due to that simplicity and abstract, it's actually really, really deep. You might even sit and think about all your moves. It doesn't really happen often, but still, it's really deep.
Yeah, and so this zero random, as you mentioned, it means that this game has, of course, the tactical choices and the strategy. You build up your moves. You need to think ahead in order to outsmart your opponent and get to this third level. It seems simple, but it's really not. And there might be a slight problem that the more experienced player will most likely win the game, and the ones who are more into this abstract thinking, laying 3D thinking as well, they will win the game definitely.
Yeah, that's often like with the games that have like zero random, that's everything about strategy. You will have quite clear better people in that and those who are not that good. But like for me personally, I'm the one who is not really good in that, and I get beaten a lot in the game. But the game is really short, so you can play it within like 15-20 minutes.
It says 20, it's accurate.
And only because of the game being so short, and me being beaten, I feel like, hey, wait, let's try again.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost, but let's try again.
Because we have time, yeah.
Yeah, and you keep on playing again and again, and you want that. And it's often like, I really think it's because of the short gameplay time. Because you would like a little bit more, but game is over. And then you want to play again, and then it's over. So it's over on the right time when you want to play more.
And what I appreciated here, and what appeals to me, is that it can be played with, I think, almost everyone. With children, you can remove these god powers and just play this basic game to just teach them the game. And then you can add those. There are some simple god cards for the beginners and some more advanced ones. So you can always add some more and more. That thing. But we're a couple.
We're a couple.
Yes, we are a couple. Sorry.
We are fine playing the game. Although I would say, be careful playing with the couples, because guys are usually the ones to win most of the time, and you might not want to beat
frustrated,
in the game your girlfriend a lot, because there might be consequences in that.
But
just
still,
be careful. It really depends a lot on.
But still, it can be played, like the experienced gamers can play it, because it's deep enough with the special powers. They can do some really crazy moves. You can play it with children. You can play it with couples. Couples can play it. Couples with couples. Maybe as a team variant. There's a team variant here for 4-player. But it's definitely a great game. In my opinion, it's one of the discoveries for us. Like was the Blood Rage. Yeah, when we looked at it, it didn't look appealing, but we finally got it because of the hype, and we're satisfied. And the hype was approved. And
more than that.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, abstract game I have played so far.
Best for me so far. really the best abstract strategy game.
I mean, like.
Okay, we're not talking about Go, right?
Yeah, I mean, like in the world of this
Modern
board games. Yeah, not like chess or something like that. Chess would be my other pick, which I really like. So let's go to our dice ratings. Yeah.
I give this game 10 dice out of 10.
I give this game 8.5 dice out of 10.